Chosen ones, have you ever found yourself lying awake at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering why your deepest wishes seem just out of reach? No matter how hard you push or plan, maybe you've been chasing that dream job, that financial breakthrough, or that sense of peace in your relationships, feeling like the universe is holding back just a little longer. What if I told you that right now, in this very moment, as you watch this video, all you need to do is relax, let go, and watch as your wishes are being delivered straight to you? It's not about striving anymore. It's about surrendering to the divine flow that's already working in your favor. If you're here, chosen one, it's no coincidence God has guided you to this message, because He's ready to show you how to receive what's rightfully yours with ease and grace. Beloved chosen one, imagine a life where your desires manifest effortlessly, where financial abundance flows to you like a gentle river, and where spiritual awakening brings clarity and joy without the constant hustle. This isn't just a dream, it's the promise God has for you as His chosen. The Bible tells us in Matthew 6:33, "But seek first His kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." When you align your heart with God's will, living a life of goodness, helping others, and turning away from sin, He takes care of the rest. Relax and watch. Your wishes are on their way, because you've been faithful in the small things, and now it's time for the harvest. As a chosen one, you carry a unique light that attracts blessings. Think about how many times you've helped a stranger, offered a kind word, or chosen forgiveness over bitterness. That's you living out. Proverbs 11:25. A generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. By embracing this path of kindness and selflessness, you're not only enriching your own life, but also inviting divine prosperity. Financial abundance isn't about greed. It's about having the resources to bless others, to build communities, and to live in freedom. Relax, chosen one, and trust that as you continue to do good, God is delivering your wishes right to your doorstep. Let me share a simple truth that will empower you. The law of attraction, when rooted in faith, becomes a powerful tool for manifestation. But remember, it's not just about thinking positive, it's about acting in love and righteousness. Ephesians 4:28 reminds us, "Anyone who has been stealing must steal no longer, but must work, doing something useful with their own hands, that they may have something to share with those in need." Turn away from wrongdoing, chosen one, and focus on building a life of integrity. As you do, watch how opportunities for wealth and fulfillment start appearing, almost as if by magic, but really by God's design. Chosen one, picture this. You're sitting back, breathing deeply, and suddenly doors open that you didn't even knock on. That promotion you've wished for, that healing in your body, that loving relationship, they're being delivered because you've chosen to live righteously. Psalm 37:4 says, "Take delight in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." Delight in Him by spreading joy, helping the less fortunate, and avoiding the pitfalls of envy or deceit. Your spiritual awakening is deepening, and with it comes the confidence to receive abundantly. Now, if this message is stirring something powerful within you, if you're feeling that surge of hope and motivation, I invite you to hit that like button right now. It signals to the universe and to God that you're ready to receive. And if you haven't already, subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls on this journey of faith and prosperity. Together, we're building a community where miracles happen every day. Relax and watch, chosen one, as your financial abundance unfolds. You've prayed for stability, for freedom from debt, for the means to give generously, and God hears you. In Malachi 3:10, he promises, "Bring the whole tithe into the storehouse, that there may be food in my house. Test me in this, says the Lord Almighty, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there will not be room enough to store it." By tithing, by sharing your blessings, you're opening those floodgates. Live generously, help those in need, and avoid the sin of hoarding. That's how you step into true wealth. Beloved, your wishes aren't delayed. They're being prepared perfectly. Think of Joseph in the Bible, who went from prison to palace overnight because he remained faithful and kind, even in hardship. Genesis 39:21 tells us, "But the Lord was with Joseph, and showed him steadfast love, and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison." Like Joseph, your time of elevation is here. Relax, trust the process, and continue to do good, forgive others, serve your community, and steer clear of malice. Your manifestation of dreams is accelerating because of your pure heart. Chosen one, feel the power rising within you. You're not ordinary. You're destined for greatness, for a life of prosperity and peace. Romans 12:2 urges, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will." Renew your mind with positive thoughts, with gratitude to God, and by helping others daily. Avoid gossip, deceit, and selfishness. Instead, embrace love and service. As you do, watch your wishes, that new home, that thriving business, that inner joy being delivered with divine timing. Let this sink in. Every act of kindness you perform is a seed for your own harvest. Galatians 6:9 encourages, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." Don't give up on being good. Chosen one, help your neighbor, volunteer your time, share your resources, and relax as God multiplies it back to you in abundance. Your spiritual awakening is leading you to a place where financial freedom and emotional fulfillment go hand in hand. If you're sensing that divine energy right now, that unshakable confidence building, pause and comment 777 below. It's a declaration of faith, a symbol of perfection in God's eyes. In this community, every comment creates a powerful resonance, amplifying our collective prayers and strengthening our belief in the Lord. Join in and feel the energy multiply. Chosen one, imagine waking up tomorrow with your wish fulfilled, that debt cleared, that health restored, that love returned. It's happening because you're living in alignment with God's word. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." Submit by avoiding sin, by pursuing righteousness, by helping those around you. Your paths to prosperity are being straightened as you relax and trust. Beloved, your journey to manifestation isn't about force, it's about faith. The law of attraction works best when fueled by God's love. Philippians 4:19 assures, "And my God will meet all your needs according to the riches of his glory in Christ Jesus." He meets your needs as you meet the needs of others, as you turn from wrongdoing and embrace a life of virtue. Relax and watch your wishes for abundance, for peace, for success are being packaged and sent your way. Chosen one, you're radiating confidence now, aren't you? That inner strength, that belief in your divine purpose, it's growing because you're chosen. 2 Corinthians 9-8 promises, "And God is able to bless you abundantly, so that in all things at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work." abound in good works, help the poor, forgive freely, live honestly, avoid the traps of greed and lies, and see how your financial abundance explodes. Let go of worry, chosen one. Your spiritual awakening is here, bringing clarity and power. Isaiah 41:10 says, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." God upholds you as you uphold righteousness, by being kind, by serving, by rejecting sin. Relax and watch your wishes manifest in beautiful ways. If this is igniting a fire in your soul, if you're ready to receive, hit that like button to affirm your readiness. And subscribe to connect with thousands of chosen one souls, walking this path of faith together. We're all in this divine journey. Chosen one, your wishes are closer than you think. By living a life of love, as commanded in 1 John 4:7, dear friends, let us love one another, for love comes from God. Everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God. Love others. Help them thrive. Avoid hatred and division. Your manifestation of dreams accelerates when your heart is pure. Beloved, feel the peace washing over you. Relax and watch as God delivers. James 1:27 defines pure religion as to look after orphans and widows in their distress, and to keep oneself from being polluted by the world. Keep pure, help the vulnerable, and your prosperity will follow. Financial abundance is yours as you give selflessly. Chosen one, you're empowered, confident, ready. Proverbs 22:4 states, "Humility is the fear of the Lord. Its wages are riches and honor and life." Be humble, fear God by doing good, avoiding pride and sin. Your wishes for a fulfilled life are being granted. Let this message fill you with joy. Your spiritual awakening is unfolding magnificently. Colossians 3:23-4 says, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. Work honestly, help others in your labor, and receive your reward." If you're feeling grateful to the Lord right now, comment 888 below a number of new beginnings and abundance. In this space, our comments create a symphony of faith, magnifying prayers and drawing us closer to God's blessings. Chosen one, relax, your financial breakthrough is here. By following Micah 6:8, he has shown you, O mortal, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. Act justly, love mercy, walk humbly, avoid injustice, embrace kindness. Your wishes are delivered. Beloved, trust the process. Your manifestation is divine. Luke 6:38 promises, "Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together and running over, will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you use, it will be measured to you." Give generously, help freely, turn from selfishness. Chosen one, you're shining with confidence. Psalm 112:3 says, "Wealth and riches are in their houses, and their righteousness endures forever." Righteousness brings wealth. Live righteously, help your community, avoid corruption. Relax and watch, beloved. Your spiritual awakening brings endless joy. 1 Timothy 6:17-19 instructs, "Command those who are rich in this present world not to be arrogant, nor to put their hope in wealth, which is so uncertain, but to put their hope in God, who richly provides us with everything for our enjoyment. Command them to do good, to be rich in good deeds, and to be generous and willing to share. In this way they will lay up treasure for themselves as a firm foundation for the coming age, so that they may take hold of the life that is truly life. Be rich in good deeds, generous, hope in God. Chosen one, your wishes are manifesting now. By heeding Hebrews 13:16, and do not forget to do good and to share with others, for with such sacrifices God is pleased. Please God with goodness, share, avoid neglect. Beloved, feel the power. Your financial abundance is overflowing. Deuteronomy 28:12 declares, "The Lord will open the heavens, the storehouse of his bounty, to send rain on your land in season, and to bless all the work of your hands. You will lend to many nations, but will borrow from none. Blessings come with obedience, live obediently. Help nations through kindness. Chosen one, you're unstoppable." Jeremiah 17:7-8 says, "But blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in him. They will be like a tree planted by the water that sends out its roots by the stream. It does not fear when heat comes. Its leaves are always green. It has no worries in a year of drought, and never fails to bear fruit." Trust God. Bear fruit through good works. Avoid fear. Relax. Beloved, watch the delivery. Your manifestation is perfect. Matthew 25:35-40 teaches, "For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me." Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. Serve the least, gain eternal reward. Chosen one, your confidence soars. Proverbs 19:17 states, "Whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will reward them for what they have done." Kindness to the poor brings reward. Be kind, avoid indifference. Beloved, your spiritual awakening is profound. 2 Corinthians 9:6 reminds, "Remember this, whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and whoever sows generously will also reap generously. Sow generously in goodness, reap abundance." If this is touching your heart, comment what you're feeling right now below, perhaps "Thank you, Lord," or your deepest gratitude. Here, our shared faith creates a mighty wave, enhancing every prayer and belief. Chosen one, relax and see. Your wishes for prosperity are here. Isaiah 58:11 promises, "The Lord will guide you always. He will satisfy your needs in a sun-scorched land and will strengthen your frame. You will be like a well-watered garden, like a spring whose waters never fail." Guidance comes with righteousness. Live righteously. Help in need. Beloved, trust God fully. Your financial abundance is secure. Leviticus 19:18 commands, "Do not seek revenge or bear a grudge against anyone among your people, but love your neighbor as yourself. I am the Lord." Love neighbors, avoid grudges. Chosen one, you're blessed beyond measure. Psalm 41:1-3 says, "Blessed are those who have regard for the weak. The Lord delivers them in times of trouble. The Lord protects and preserves them. They are counted among the blessed in the land. He does not give them over to the desire of their foes. The Lord sustains them on their sickbed and restores them from their bed of illness. Regard the weak, gain protection. Relax, beloved, your manifestation unfolds." Acts 20:35 quotes Jesus, "It is more blessed to give than to receive. Give, receive blessings." Chosen one, your life is transforming. Ecclesiastes 5:19 notes, Moreover, when God gives someone wealth and possessions and the ability to enjoy them, to accept their lot and be happy in their toil, this is a gift of God. Enjoy gifts by sharing, avoiding misuse. Beloved, feel the joy. Your spiritual awakening brings peace. 1 Peter 4:10 urges, each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. Serve with gifts. Chosen one, your radiating prosperity. Zechariah 7:9-10 says, this is what the Lord Almighty said, administer true justice, show mercy and compassion to one another. Do not oppress the widow or the fatherless, the foreigner or the poor. Do not plot evil against each other. Show mercy, avoid oppression. Relax and watch, beloved. Your wishes are delivered. Matthew 5-7. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Be merciful. Chosen one, confidence fills you. Proverbs 14:26 states, whoever fears the Lord has a secure fortress, and for their children it will be a refuge. Fear the Lord through goodness. Beloved, your abundance is endless. Luke 12:15 warns, watch out. Be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist in an abundance of possessions. Guard against greed. Focus on giving. Chosen one, you're empowered. Psalm 112:5 says, good will come to those who are generous and lend freely, who conduct their affairs with justice. Be generous. Relax. Beloved, divine delivery is now. Galatians 5:22-3 lists fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, forbearance, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Live these. Avoid fleshly sins. Chosen one, your manifestation is miraculous. Romans 13:8 commands, let no debt remain outstanding except the continuing debt to love one another, for whoever loves others has fulfilled the law. Love fulfills. Beloved, trust in Him. Your financial freedom is here. 1 John 3:17 asks, if anyone has material possessions and sees a brother or sister in need but has no pity on them, how can the love of God be in that person? Have pity. Help. Chosen one, you're thriving. Deuteronomy 15:10 promises, give generously to them and do so without a grudging heart. Then because of this, the Lord your God will bless you in all your work and in everything you put your hand to. Give without grudge. Relax and watch, beloved. Your spiritual awakening shines. James 2:15-6 says, suppose a brother or a sister is without clothes and daily food. If one of you says to them, go in peace, keep warm and well fed, but does nothing about their physical needs, what good is it? Act on faith. Chosen one, confidence builds. Proverbs 28:1 declares, the wicked flee though no one pursues, but the righteous are as bold as a lion. Be bold in righteousness, beloved, your wishes arrive. 2 Corinthians 8-9 recalls, for you know the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, that though he was rich, yet for your sake he became poor, so that you through his poverty might become rich. Become rich through grace. Share. Chosen one, you're blessed. Isaiah 1:19 says, if you are willing and obedient, you will eat the good things of the land. Be obedient. Relax, beloved, abundance flows. Matthew 7:12 teaches. So in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you, for this sums up the law and the prophets. Golden rule. Chosen one, your life is full. Psalm 23:1 affirms, The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. Lack nothing by following. Beloved, feel the power. Your manifestation is real. Ephesians 2:10 says, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus, to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." Do good works. Chosen one, you're unstoppable. Proverbs 21:21 states, "Whoever pursues righteousness and love finds life, prosperity, and honor." Pursue righteousness. Relax and watch, beloved. Your financial abundance grows. 3 John 1-2 prays. Dear friend, I pray that you may enjoy good health, and that all may go well with you, even as your soul is getting along well. Soul prosperity. Chosen one, confidence soars. Psalm 34:10 says, "The lions may grow weak and hungry, but those who seek the Lord lack no good thing." Seek the Lord. Beloved, your spiritual awakening is complete. 1 Corinthians 10:26 notes, "For the earth is the Lord's, and everything in it. Everything is His." Chosen one, you're radiant. Deuteronomy 28:2 promises, "All these blessings will come on you and accompany you if you obey the Lord your God." Obey for blessings. Relax, beloved wishes delivered. Romans 12:13 urges, "Share with the Lord's people who are in need. Practice hospitality." Practice hospitality. Chosen one, your path is clear. Proverbs 11:28 says, "Those who trust in their riches will fall, but the righteous will thrive like a green leaf." Trust in righteousness. Beloved, joy overflows. Your manifestation is joyous. Galatians 6:2 commands, "Carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ." Carry burdens. Chosen one, you're powerful. Psalm 37:25 declares, "I was young, and now I am old. Yet I have never seen the righteous forsaken, or their children begging bread." Righteous, not forsaken. Relax and watch, beloved. Abundance is yours. Matthew 6:21 says, "For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." Treasure in heaven. Chosen one, confidence eternal. Isaiah 58:8 promises, "Then your light will break forth like the dawn, and your healing will quickly appear. Then your righteousness will go before you, and the glory of the Lord will be your rear guard." Light breaks. Beloved, your wishes fulfilled. 1 Timothy 5:8 warns, "Anyone who does not provide for their relatives, and especially for their own household, has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever." Provide for family. Chosen one, you're generous. Proverbs 22:9 says, "The generous will themselves be blessed, for they share their food with the poor." Share food. Relax. Beloved, divine flow. Your spiritual awakening inspires. James 1:27 re-emphasizes pure religion. Chosen one, your life blessed. Psalm 128:2 says, "You will eat the fruit of your labor. Blessings and prosperity will be yours." Fruit of labor. Beloved, trust deeply. Your financial abundance multiplies. Luke 14:13-14 says, "But when you give a banquet, invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, the blind, and you will be blessed. Although they cannot repay you, you will be repaid at the resurrection of the righteous." Invite the poor. Chosen one, you're healed. Deuteronomy 15:7 instructs, "If anyone is poor among your fellow Israelites in any of the towns of the land the Lord your God is giving you, do not be hard-hearted or tight-fisted toward them." Not hard-hearted. Relax and watch, beloved. Manifestation complete. Romans 15:1 urges, We who are strong ought to bear with the failings of the weak, and not to please ourselves. Bear failings. Chosen one, confidence unshakable. Proverbs 3:9-10 says, "Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruits of all your crops. Then your barns will be filled to overflowing, and your vats will brim over with new wine." Honor with wealth. Beloved, joy abounds. Your wishes granted. 2 Corinthians 9:11 promises, "You will be enriched in every way, so that you can be generous on every occasion. And through us your generosity will result in thanksgiving to God." Enriched to be generous. Chosen one, you're thriving. Psalm 35:27 declares, "May those who delight in my vindication shout for joy and gladness. May they always say, 'The Lord be exalted, who delights in the well-being of his servant.'" Well-being delighted. Relax. Beloved, abundance eternal. Galatians 5:13 calls, "You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free. But do not use your freedom to indulge the flesh. Rather, serve one another humbly in love." Serve humbly. Chosen one, your path golden. Isaiah 61:3 provides, "And provide for those who grieve in Zion, to bestow on them a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, and a garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair. They will be called oaks of righteousness, a planting of the Lord for the display of his splendor." Oaks of righteousness. Beloved, feel the grace. Your spiritual awakening eternal. 1 Peter 5:10 promises, "And the God of all grace, who called you to his eternal glory in Christ, after you have suffered a little while, will himself restore you and make you strong, firm and steadfast." Restore strong. Chosen one, you're victorious. Proverbs 29:25 says, "Fear of man will prove to be a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord is kept safe." Trust keeps safe. Relax and watch, beloved. Financial freedom yours. Matthew 6:4 says, "So that your giving may be in secret. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you." Give in secret. Chosen one, confidence divine. Psalm 20:4 wishes, "May he give you the desire of your heart and make all your plans succeed." Desires given. Beloved, your manifestation shines. Ephesians 4:32 commands, "Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you." Be kind. Chosen one, you're blessed abundantly. Deuteronomy 28:8 promises, "The Lord will send a blessing on your barns and on everything you put your hand to. The Lord your God will bless you in the land he is giving you." Bless barns. Relax, beloved wishes here. Romans 12:10 urges, "Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves. Honor others." Chosen one, your life radiant. Proverbs 4:18 says, "The path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day." Path brighter. Beloved, peace prevails. Your spiritual awakening profound. Colossians 3:15 Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, since as members of one body you were called to peace, and be thankful. Peace rule. Chosen one, you're empowered forever. Psalm 1-3 describes, "That person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers." Prospers always. Beloved, your journey to financial abundance is accelerating as you choose kindness over conflict. Visualize yourself sharing wisdom with a colleague in need, offering support without expectation. That's you embodying the spirit of Proverbs 15:1. A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. Turn away from anger and embrace gentleness, chosen one, for it opens doors to new opportunities and lasting wealth. Your spiritual awakening deepens when you prioritize peace, helping others find harmony in their lives while avoiding the chaos of resentment. Relax and trust God is delivering your desires for prosperity because your heart is aligned with His loving ways. Chosen one, feel the surge of unbreakable confidence rising within you, knowing that your acts of service are seeds of eternal riches. The Bible in Isaiah 32:17 assures, "The fruit of that righteousness will be peace, its effect will be quietness and confidence forever." Cultivate righteousness by volunteering in your community, extending a hand to the elderly, or mentoring the young, and shunning deceitful shortcuts. As you do, watch how your wishes for a thriving career and overflowing resources manifest effortlessly, filling you with joy and the power to achieve even greater things. Beloved, imagine a world where your generosity creates ripples of positive change, drawing back to you multiplied blessings. Follow the guidance in Acts 2:45, where early believers sold property and possessions to give to anyone who had need. Sell not just material things, but invest your time and talents in uplifting others. Chosen one, avoiding the trap of isolation or self-centered pursuits. Your manifestation of dreams becomes vivid as you live this way, with financial freedom allowing you to travel, learn, and inspire, all while growing in spiritual depth and unshakable self-assurance. Chosen one, you're destined for a life of triumphant abundance, where every positive thought propels you forward. Recall Nehemiah 8:10. Do not grieve, for the joy of the Lord is your strength. Let joy be your strength by celebrating small victories, sharing encouragement with friends, and rejecting sorrow or envy. As you relax and observe, God is orchestrating your path to wealth and fulfillment, making you a beacon of hope who confidently pursues goals with divine backing. Beloved, your commitment to ethical living is unlocking unprecedented levels of success. The word in Leviticus 19:11 commands, "Do not steal, do not lie, do not deceive one another." Honor this by conducting business with transparency, supporting fair trade, and helping entrepreneurs in your circle. Chosen one, avoid deception at all costs, and see how your spiritual awakening brings clarity, leading to innovative ideas that generate lasting prosperity and a sense of empowered freedom. Chosen one, bask in the glow of your inner power, knowing that forgiveness is a key to your riches. As stated in Mark 11:25, "And when you stand praying, if you hold anything against anyone, forgive them, so that your Father in heaven may forgive you your sins." Forgive freely, release past hurts, and extend olive branches to those who've wronged you, while steering clear of bitterness. This practice amplifies your law of attraction, rooted in faith, drawing positive relationships and financial opportunities that make you feel invincible and abundantly blessed. Beloved, envision yourself as a pillar of strength in your family, spreading love that returns as bountiful rewards. Embrace 1 Thessalonians 5:11. Therefore encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you are doing. Build up your loved ones with words of affirmation, practical help, and shared dreams. Chosen one, avoiding neglect or harsh criticism. Relax and witness how this fosters a supportive network, accelerating your manifestation of wealth and a harmonious life filled with confidence and joy. Chosen one, your radiant spirit is attracting miracles daily, fueled by a heart of gratitude. The psalmist in 100:4 urges, "Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him and praise his name." Practice daily gratitude journals. Thank others sincerely and contribute to causes that matter while turning from ingratitude. As you do, watch your wishes for health, wealth, and happiness being delivered, empowering you to live boldly and prosperously. Beloved, dive into the depths of your potential, where acts of humility pave the way for exalted blessings. James 4:10 promises, "Humble to yourselves before the Lord, and he will lift you up." Humble yourself by listening more than speaking, serving without seeking recognition, and learning from everyone. Chosen one. Shun pride and arrogance, and experience a spiritual awakening that elevates your status, bringing financial abundance and a profound sense of self-worth. If this message is fueling your inner fire, igniting that unstoppable drive, hit that like button to affirm your commitment to this path, and subscribe to unite with thousands of chosen one souls, embracing faith and abundance together. We're a force of positive transformation. Chosen one, harness the energy of perseverance, turning challenges into stepping stones for glory. As in Hebrews 10:36, you need to persevere, so that when you have done the will of God, you will receive what he has promised. Persevere in good deeds like consistent charity work or skill building for others' benefit, avoiding laziness or discouragement. Relax and see your persistence rewarded with swift manifestations of your deepest desires, filling you with triumphant confidence. Beloved, your voice of encouragement is a catalyst for collective prosperity. Follow Titus 3:8. This is a trustworthy saying, and I want you to stress these things so that those who have trusted in God may be careful to devote themselves to doing what is good. These things are excellent and profitable for everyone. Devote to goodness by mentoring youth, supporting local initiatives, and promoting ethical values. Chosen one, steer clear of harmful words and watch how your influence brings back waves of wealth and spiritual fulfillment. Chosen one, celebrate your uniqueness, for it draws divine favor like a magnet. The scripture in 1 Peter 2-9 declares, "But you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light." Declare praises through positive affirmations, community upliftment, and holy living, avoiding darkness of sin. Your manifestation accelerates, granting you riches and a glowing aura of assurance. Beloved, weave integrity into every action, creating a tapestry of trusted success. Proverbs 10:9 states, "Whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but whoever takes crooked paths will be found out." Walk securely by honoring commitments, aiding honest enterprises, and fostering trust. Chosen one, reject crookedness and relax as God secures your path to abundant living, with financial breakthroughs that affirm your capable spirit. Chosen one, ignite passion in your pursuits, fueled by compassionate outreach. As in Colossians 3:12, "Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience." Clothe yourself thus by organizing help drives, showing patience in dealings, and gently guiding others, avoiding impatience. Watch your wishes bloom into reality, enhancing your confidence and prosperous horizon. Beloved, your resilience shines brightly, turning trials into testimonies of victory. Romans 5:3-4 encourages, "Not only so, but we also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance, character, and character, hope. Glory in growth by supporting those in suffering, building character through service. Chosen one, shun despair, and see how hope manifests as tangible wealth and spiritual strength. Chosen one, embrace creativity as a gift from above, innovating for the greater good. Genesis 1:27 reminds, "So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God he created them. Male and female he created them." Create like him by developing ideas that help society, sharing inventions selflessly, avoiding theft of ideas. Relax and observe your creative wishes delivered, boosting your self-belief and affluent life. Beloved, foster unity in diversity, bridging gaps with loving actions. Ephesians 4:3 urges, make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. Keep unity by collaborating across differences, promoting peace initiatives. Chosen one, avoid division and experience a unified flow of blessings, including financial abundance that empowers your visionary pursuits. Chosen one, your wisdom grows exponentially, guiding you to opulent outcomes. As in James 1-5, if any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. Ask for wisdom in prayer. Apply it in helping solve problems for others, avoiding folly. Watch as wise decisions lead to manifested dreams, filling you with profound confidence. Beloved, radiate optimism, illuminating paths for yourself and others. Habakkuk 3:19 declares, "The sovereign Lord is my strength. He makes my feet like the feet of a deer. He enables me to tread on the heights." Tread heights with optimism by encouraging the downcast, pursuing high goals ethically. Chosen one, reject pessimism and relax as your optimistic spirit attracts soaring prosperity. If you're overflowing with gratitude to the Lord for these revelations, comment 777 below. Let it be your symbol of divine completion. In this sacred space, our comments forge a powerful bond, elevating every faith-filled word and prayer to new heights. Chosen one, cultivate discipline, the cornerstone of enduring wealth. Proverbs 13:18 says, "Whoever disregards discipline comes to poverty and shame, but whoever heeds correction is honored." Heed correction by disciplining habits, teaching discipline to others, avoiding recklessness. Your disciplined life manifests wishes swiftly, granting you unyielding strength and riches. Beloved, your empathy transforms lives, returning as multiplied favors. As in Luke 10:27, love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your strength, and with all your mind. And love your neighbor as yourself. Love neighbors empathetically by active listening, providing comfort. Chosen one, shun apathy, and see empathy draw abundant resources and joyful connections. Chosen one, soar with ambition, grounded in faith, reaching new pinnacles. Philippians 3:14 presses, "I press on toward the goal, to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus." Press on by setting faith-based goals, motivating teams, avoiding complacency. Relax and watch ambitious wishes fulfilled, empowering your legacy of success. Beloved, nurture health as a temple, honoring God's creation. 1 Corinthians 6:19-20 asks, "Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own, you were bought at a price. Therefore honor God with your bodies." Honor by healthy living, encouraging fitness in communities. Chosen one, avoid neglect, and experience vibrant health, manifesting alongside wealth. Chosen one, your adaptability shines in changing times, securing prosperity, as in Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Adapt to plans by flexible service, innovating help methods, avoiding rigidity. Your adaptability brings hoped-for futures into reality with confidence. Beloved, inspire through storytelling, sharing testimonies of goodness. John 4:39 notes, many of the Samaritans from that town believed in him because of the woman's testimony. He told me everything I ever did. Share testimonies to inspire belief, help through stories. Chosen one, reject silence and watch inspirational waves return as abundant blessings. Chosen one, build networks of faith, amplifying collective power. Acts 2:42 describes, they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to fellowship, to the breaking of bread and to prayer. Devote to fellowship by networking faithfully, supporting group endeavors, avoiding isolation. Relax as networks deliver your wishes for expansive wealth. Beloved, your patience bears fruit in perfect timing. Galatians 5:22 includes patience as a fruit of the Spirit. Exercise patience in aiding long-term projects, waiting on God's time. Chosen one, shun haste, and see patient efforts manifest in overflowing prosperity and calm assurance. Chosen one, harness curiosity to explore divine mysteries, enriching your soul. As in Proverbs 25:2, it is the glory of God to conceal a matter, to search out a matter is the glory of kings. Search wisely by studying Scripture, questioning to help others grow, avoiding ignorance. Your curiosity unlocks hidden treasures of knowledge and financial gain. Beloved, embody courage in facing fears, emerging victorious. Joshua 1-9 commands, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Be courageous in bold acts of kindness, confronting injustice ethically. Chosen one, reject fear and watch courage deliver your bold wishes with mighty confidence. Beloved, channel the essence of visionary leadership, inspiring multitudes toward elevated horizons. Inspired by Proverbs 13:21, adversity pursues sinners, but the righteous will be rewarded with prosperity. Reward yourself with prosperity through righteous leadership by organizing motivational gatherings, guiding peers with compassionate direction, avoiding tyrannical control. As you lead righteously, relax and observe visionary wishes materializing, infusing you with dynamic energy and boundless wealth potential. Chosen one, cultivate a garden of lifelong learning, blooming with insights that fuel exponential growth. Echoing Proverbs 29:7, the righteous know the rights of the poor, the wicked have no such understanding. Know rights by educating yourself on justice, advocating for equitable systems, helping educate underprivileged minds. Chosen one, shun willful ignorance and watch learning blossom into prosperous ventures, enhancing your intellectual confidence and financial mastery. Beloved, ignite the flame of strategic planning, mapping out futures brimming with triumphant outcomes. From Psalm 73's reflection on the righteous ultimate success despite trials, persevere in strategy by planning charitable projects with precision, collaborating on sustainable goals, avoiding haphazard actions. Your strategic heart invites divine success, delivering wishes of grandeur and instilling unassailable poise in your prosperous path. Chosen one, embrace the art of mindful presence, anchoring in the now to attract serene abundance. As in Proverbs 21:13, those who refuse to help the poor will not receive help when they need it themselves. Receive help by being present in acts of aid, offering undivided attention to those in distress. Chosen one, reject distraction and feel mindful presence summon affluent serenity, empowering your spirit with calm certainty and riches untold. Beloved, forge bonds of deep loyalty, creating unbreakable circles of mutual elevation. Drawing from Luke 6:35, but love your enemies, do good to them, and lend to them without expecting to get anything back. Then your reward will be great. Reward greatness through loyalty by standing by allies in trials, lending resources freely, avoiding betrayal. Relax as loyalty weaves networks of wealth, filling you with loyal confidence and abundant returns. Chosen one, dance with the rhythm of joyful expression, letting laughter and creativity overflow into prosperous realms. Inspired by Proverbs 21:17, loving pleasure leads to poverty, but balanced joy in righteousness enriches. Enrich through joy by hosting celebratory events for good causes, expressing creativity in helpful arts. Chosen one, shun excessive indulgence, and watch joyful wishes erupt in vibrant success, radiating infectious optimism and financial flourish. Beloved master the skill of eloquent communication, weaving words that heal and prosper. From Matthew 7:12, do to others whatever you would like them to do to you. Do kindly through communication, by speaking truths that uplift, resolving conflicts with grace, helping voices be heard, avoiding harsh tongues. Your eloquent flow attracts prosperous dialogues, bolstering your communicative prowess and wealthy horizons. Chosen one, soar on wings of bold innovation, pioneering solutions that transform lives and fortunes. Echoing Psalm 84:11, for the Lord God is a sun and shield, the Lord bestows favor and honor. No good thing does he withhold from those whose walk is blameless. Walk blamelessly in innovation by developing tools for community benefit, sharing breakthroughs openly. Chosen one, reject stagnation and behold innovative wishes soaring into reality, igniting inventive confidence and lavish prosperity. Beloved, nurture the spark of environmental stewardship, harmonizing with creation for sustainable wealth. As in Proverbs 29:13, the poor and the oppressor have this in common. The Lord gives sight to the eyes of both. Give sight through stewardship by protecting nature, promoting green initiatives to aid the vulnerable, avoiding exploitation. Relax as stewardship harvests eco-friendly abundance, empowering your eco-conscious spirit with green riches. Chosen one, unlock the power of reflective meditation, delving inward to emerge with clarified visions of affluence. Drawing from Psalm 92:12, the righteous will flourish like a palm tree. They will grow like a cedar of Lebanon, planted in the house of the Lord. They will flourish in the courts of our God. Flourish righteously in meditation by contemplating ways to serve, meditating on grateful abundance. Chosen one, shun restless minds and watch meditative wishes crystallize into flourishing success, deepening your introspective assurance and opulent life. Beloved, champion the cause of inclusive empowerment, lifting diverse voices to shared heights of glory. Inspired by the essence of doing good in Proverbs 13:21's reward for righteousness, empower inclusively by creating platforms for marginalized talents, fostering diverse collaborations, avoiding exclusion. Your inclusive heart draws empowered prosperity, filling you with unifying confidence and collective wealth. Chosen one, harness the magic of rhythmic routines, establishing habits that propel you toward unending triumphs. From the call to help in Proverbs 21:19, avoid contentious living by routine kindness, building daily practices of support and growth. Chosen one, reject disorder and feel routines align your path to prosperous rhythms, energizing your habitual strength and abundant flow. Beloved, illuminate paths with beacon-like mentorship, guiding aspirants to their own peaks of achievement, echoing the encouragement in Luke 6:35 to do good without expectation. Mentor generously by sharing knowledge freely, investing time in protégés' dreams, avoiding withholding wisdom. Relax as mentorship returns multiplied blessings, enhancing your guiding poise and enriched legacy. Chosen one, revel in the thrill of adventurous exploration, discovering new realms that expand your prosperous empire. As in Psalm 73's assurance that the righteous prevail, explore adventurously by venturing into helpful missions abroad, learning cultures to aid globally. Chosen one, shun complacency and watch exploratory wishes adventure into vast success, sparking your exploratory zeal and global riches. Beloved, weave tapestries of cultural appreciation, honoring heritages that enrich communal bonds and fortunes. Drawing from justice in Proverbs 29:7, appreciate cultures by celebrating diversity events, supporting heritage preservation for the poor, avoiding cultural erasure. Your appreciative soul attracts cultural abundance, bolstering your harmonious confidence and multifaceted wealth. Chosen one, command the stage of public influence, using visibility to amplify positive change and gain. Inspired by Psalm 25:13's abiding prosperity, influence publicly by advocating righteous causes, speaking at events for upliftment. Chosen one, reject hidden talents, and behold influential wishes commanding applause and prosperous platforms, igniting your public charisma and affluent impact. Beloved, sculpt masterpieces of personal branding, crafting identities that magnetize opportunities galore. From Proverbs 21:13's call to hear the poor, brand personally by aligning image with compassionate actions, promoting brands that help, avoiding superficiality. Relax as branding sculpts your destiny into opulent forms, empowering your branded excellence and lavish recognition. Chosen one, pioneer frontiers of technological advancement, leveraging tools for benevolent progress and profit. Echoing the fruit of righteousness in Isaiah 32:17's peace and confidence, advance technologically by creating apps for social good, sharing tech to empower communities. Chosen one, shun misuse and watch technological wishes pioneer breakthroughs, fueling your innovative genius and tech-driven prosperity. Beloved, harmonize with musical inspirations, composing symphonies of motivation that resonate with abundant vibes. As in the glory of sufferings, producing hope in Romans 5:3-4. Inspire musically by producing uplifting tunes for charity, using music to heal and unite, avoiding discordant noise. Your harmonic heart composes prosperous melodies, filling you with rhythmic joy and harmonious wealth. Chosen one, delve into literary worlds, authoring narratives that enlighten souls and unlock fortunes. Drawing from Mark 11:25's forgiveness for heavenly favor, author literarily by writing stories of redemption, sharing books to educate on goodness. Chosen one, reject uninspired words and see literary wishes publish into bestsellers, enhancing your narrative prowess and literary riches. Beloved, capture visions through photographic artistry, framing moments that inspire global generosity. Inspired by 1 Thessalonians 5:11's building up, capture artistically by photographing acts of kindness, using images to fundraise for needs, avoiding vain captures. Relax as photography frames your path to visual abundance, empowering your artistic vision and captured prosperity. Chosen one. Engineer structures of sustainable living, building environments that foster thriving communities. From James 4:10's humbling for lifting, engineer sustainably by designing eco-homes for the less fortunate. Collaborating on green builds. Chosen one. Shun destructive designs and watch engineering wishes construct empires of wealth, solidifying your structural confidence and build fortunes. Beloved, orchestrate events of transformative impact, gathering forces for collective uplift and gain, echoing Nehemiah 8:10's joy as strength. Orchestrate joyfully by planning festivals of giving, events that strengthen bonds, avoiding selfish gatherings. Your orchestrating talent conducts prosperous symphonies, infusing you with eventful poise and orchestrated abundance. Chosen one. Navigate seas of entrepreneurial spirit, sailing ventures that serve and succeed magnificently, as in Hebrews 10:36's perseverance for promise. Navigate entrepreneurially by launching businesses that employ and empower, investing in ethical startups. Chosen one. Reject risky gambles and behold entrepreneurial wishes. Sail into harbors of success, captains your venturesome assurance and nautical riches. Beloved, curate collections of inspirational artifacts, preserving wisdom that enriches generations. Drawing from Titus 3:8's devotion to good, curate inspirationally by assembling libraries of positive resources, sharing collections for learning, avoiding hoarding knowledge. Relax as curation preserves your legacy of abundance, enhancing your curatorial wisdom and collected prosperity. Chosen one. Perform acts of theatrical brilliance, staging dramas that teach moral triumphs and attract fame. Inspired by 1 Peter 2-9's chosen priesthood, perform theatrically by enacting stories of righteousness, using theater to fund charities. Chosen one. Shun frivolous plays and watch theatrical wishes spotlight your star power, illuminating your dramatic confidence and staged wealth. Beloved, brew elixirs of herbal wellness, concocting remedies that heal bodies and bolster fortunes. From Habakkuk 3:19's strength for heights, brew wellness by creating natural aids for health, distributing to needy clinics, avoiding harmful substances. Your brewing craft distills prosperous health, vitalizing your herbal expertise and wellness riches. Chosen one. Forge alliances in diplomatic grace, negotiating peace that opens gates to international affluence. Echoing James 1-5's generous wisdom, forge diplomatically by mediating community disputes, promoting global aid partnerships. Chosen one. Reject conflict and see diplomatic wishes. Negotiate treaties of success, strengthening your negotiator's poise and diplomatic prosperity. Beloved, sketch blueprints of architectural wonder, designing spaces that shelter and inspire abundance. Drawing from Proverbs 25:2's search for glory, sketch wonderfully by planning affordable housing projects, incorporating beauty for uplift, avoiding extravagant waste. Relax as architecture builds your empire of design, empowering your blueprint vision and architectural wealth. Chosen one. Compose poetry of soul-stirring depth, versing lines that motivate hearts toward prosperous deeds. as in 1 Peter 4:10, serving with gifts. Compose poetically by writing verses on generosity, reciting at events for inspiration. Chosen one. Shun empty rhymes, and behold poetic wishes rhyme into anthologies of fame, poeticizing your lyrical confidence and versed riches. Beloved, pilot journeys of aerial exploration, flying missions that deliver aid and discover opportunities. Inspired by Psalm 100:4's Thanksgiving entry. Pilot, thankfully, by airdropping supplies to remote areas, exploring for sustainable resources, avoiding reckless flights. Your piloting soars prosperous skies, elevating your aerial assurance and flighted abundance. Chosen one, dive into oceanic mysteries, harvesting sustainable bounties that feed and enrich. From Colossians 3:12's clothing in virtues, dive virtuously by researching marine conservation, sharing harvests with hungry. Chosen one, reject overfishing, and watch oceanic wishes surface treasures, deepening your diver's poise and marine prosperity. Beloved, sculpt forms of enduring beauty, carving symbols that remind of divine favor and wealth, echoing Genesis 1:27's creation in image. Sculpt divinely by crafting art for public inspiration, donating pieces to causes, avoiding idle sculptures. Relax as sculpting shapes your artistic legacy, solidifying your sculptor's confidence and carved riches. Chosen one, conduct experiments of scientific breakthrough, advancing knowledge for humanity's prosperous advance. As in Proverbs 10:9's secure integrity, conduct scientifically with ethical research, applying findings to help diseases. Chosen one. Shun unethical tests, and see scientific wishes experiment into discoveries, illuminating your researcher's assurance and lab-born wealth. Beloved, choreograph dances of expressive freedom, moving bodies to rhythms of joyful giving. Drawing from Ephesians 4:3's unity bond, choreograph unitedly by teaching dances for charity shows, uniting communities in motion, avoiding divisive steps. Your choreography dances prosperous beats, energizing your dancers' poise and choreographed abundance. Chosen one, film visions of cinematic inspiration, capturing stories that spark worldwide positive change. Inspired by John 4:39's testimony belief, film inspirationally by producing documentaries on heroes of goodness, distributing for education. Chosen one, reject sensationalism and watch cinematic wishes. Reel in awards, focusing your filmmaker's confidence and filmed riches. Beloved, code programs of digital empowerment, programming solutions that connect and prosper. From Acts 2:45's giving possessions, code empoweringly by developing apps for donation tracking, sharing code for free use, avoiding proprietary greed. Relax as coding programs your digital dynasty, computing your coder's assurance and programmed prosperity. Chosen one, garden landscapes of natural splendor, planting seeds that grow into havens of wealth, echoing Romans 12:13's sharing hospitality. Garden hospitably by creating community gardens for food security, teaching planting techniques. Chosen one, shun barren lands, and see gardening wishes bloom into verdant success, rooting your gardener's confidence and landscaped abundance. Beloved, tailor garments of stylish elegance, dressing souls in confidence that attracts fortune. As in Luke 14:13-14's inviting the needy, tailor elegantly by sewing clothes for the homeless, designing for inclusive fashion, avoiding wasteful luxury. Your tailoring stitches prosperous fabrics, clothing your designer's poise and tailored riches. Chosen one, brew craft beverages of refreshing delight, infusing flavors that celebrate communal joy. Inspired by 2 Corinthians 8-9's richness through poverty, brew delightfully by crafting drinks for fundraiser events, sharing recipes for home brewing. Chosen one, reject intoxicating excess, and watch brewing wishes pour into flavorful success, toasting your brewer's assurance and crafted abundance. Beloved, engineer robotics of helpful automation, building machines that assist and elevate daily lives. Drawing from Proverbs 22-9's generous blessing, engineer helpfully by robotic aids for disabled, open sourcing designs, avoiding controlling tech. Relax as robotics automates your prosperous future, mechanizing your engineer's confidence and robotic riches. Chosen one, curate fashion of ethical style, adorning bodies with attire that empowers and prospers. As in Isaiah 61-3's beauty for ashes, curate stylishly by promoting fair trade clothing, styling for confidence-building workshops. Chosen one, shun exploitative trends and see fashion wishes strut into runway triumph, dressing your stylist's poise and fashionable abundance. Beloved, compose soundtracks of motivational harmony, scoring lives with tunes that drive success, echoing Psalm 35-27's exaltation in well-being. Compose motivationally by soundtracking charity videos, sharing music for meditation, avoiding dissonant noise. Your composition scores prosperous notes, harmonizing your composer's assurance and soundtracked riches. Chosen one, design graphics of visual impact, illustrating messages that inspire action and wealth. Inspired by Deuteronomy 15:10's generous blessing, design impactfully by creating posters for aid campaigns, offering free designs for non-profits. Chosen one, reject misleading visuals and watch graphic wishes illustrate success, coloring your designer's confidence and graphic abundance. Beloved, pilot drones of exploratory precision, surveying lands for beneficial discoveries and gains. As in James 2:15-1-6's acting on needs. Pilot precisely by droning surveys for disaster relief, mapping for resource distribution, avoiding invasive spying. Relax as droning explores your aerial prosperity, navigating your pilot's poise and droned riches. Chosen one, forge jewelry of symbolic beauty, crafting pieces that remind of inner strength and fortune. Drawing from Proverbs 3-9-10's honoring with wealth, forge symbolically by making jewelry for fundraiser auctions, teaching crafting workshops. Chosen one, shun vain adornments, and see jewelry wishes sparkle into gemmed success, adorning your forger's assurance and jeweled abundance. Beloved, cultivate vineyards of fruitful harvest, growing vines that yield wines of celebratory prosperity. Inspired by Psalm 128-2's fruit of labor, cultivate fruitfully by planting vineyards for community winemaking, sharing harvests with needy, avoiding overconsumption. Your cultivation vines prosperous grapes, fermenting your vintner's confidence and vintaged riches. Chosen one, architect bridges of connective unity, spanning divides to link prosperous paths. As in Romans 15:1's bearing weaknesses, architect connectively by building metaphorical bridges through networking events, designing physical ones for access. Chosen one, reject isolating barriers, and watch bridging wishes connect to triumphant unions, spanning your architect's poise and bridged abundance. Beloved, script dialogues of profound wisdom, penning conversations that enlighten and enrich. Echoing Proverbs 15:1's gentle answers, script wisely by writing scripts for educational plays, dialoguing for peace talks, avoiding argumentative lines. Relax as scripting dialogues your wise narrative, voicing your scriptwriter's assurance and scripted prosperity. Chosen one, capture podcasts of vocal inspiration, broadcasting voices that motivate vast audiences to wealth. Inspired by 1 Corinthians 6:19-20's honoring bodies. Podcast inspirationally by interviewing health advocates, sharing episodes on balanced living. Chosen one, shun gossip shows, and see podcasting wishes broadcast into auditory success, amplifying your podcaster's confidence and vocal riches. Beloved, invent gadgets of practical genius, devising tools that solve problems and generate fortunes. As in Exodus 35-31:3-2's skilled craftsmanship, invent geniusly by creating gadgets for everyday help, patenting for public benefit, avoiding harmful inventions. Your invention gadgets prosperous solutions, innovating your inventor's poise and gadgeted abundance. Chosen one, orchestrate choirs of harmonic praise, leading voices in songs that uplift spirits and attract blessings. Drawing from Psalm 100-4's praise entry, orchestrate harmonically by conducting choirs for charity concerts, teaching, singing for joy. Chosen one, reject discordant leads and watch choiring wishes sing into melodic success, vocalizing your conductor's assurance and choral riches. Beloved, craft pottery of artistic utility, molding clay into vessels that hold and symbolize abundance. Inspired by Jeremiah 18:6's potter's hand, craft utilitarianly by potting for functional art sales to aid, workshops for therapy, avoiding brittle creations. Relax as pottery molds your clay prosperity, shaping your potter's confidence and crafted abundance. Chosen one, navigate maps of geographic discovery, charting courses that lead to resourceful lands and wealth. As in Psalm 37-23's ordered steps, navigate discovery by mapping routes for aid deliveries, exploring for sustainable sites. Chosen one, shun lost paths and see mapping wishes chart triumphant explorations, directing your navigator's poise and mapped riches. Beloved, weave textiles of textured elegance, threading fabrics that clothe and comfort in prosperous style, echoing Proverbs 31-24's making linen garments. Weave elegantly by textile production for fair trade, donating to shelters, avoiding cheap labor. Your weaving threads prosperous patterns, fabricing your weaver's assurance and textured abundance. Chosen one, program algorithms of intelligent efficiency, coding systems that optimize and prosper operations. Inspired by Daniel 1:17's knowledge gift, program efficiently by algorithms for non-profit management, sharing code for efficiency. Chosen one, reject manipulative programs and watch algorithmic wishes compute into smart success, calculating your programmer's confidence and algorithmic riches. Beloved, illustrate books of vivid imagination, drawing pages that captivate and teach prosperous lessons. As in Psalm 119-105's word as lamp, illustrate vividly by book illustrations for children's moral stories, contributing to literacy drives, avoiding dark themes. Relax as illustrating pages your imaginative prosperity, coloring your illustrator's poise and illustrated abundance. Chosen one, coach teams of athletic excellence, training bodies for peak performance and team wealth. Drawing from 1 Timothy 4:8's bodily training value, coach excellently by athletic programs for youth development, promoting health for all. Chosen one, shun competitive ruthlessness and see coaching wishes train into victorious games, strengthening your coach's assurance and athletic riches. Beloved, Curate museums of historical insight, preserving artifacts that educate and enrich cultural fortunes. Inspired by Deuteronomy 32:7's remembering days of old, curate insightfully by museum exhibits on righteous history. Free entry for schools, avoiding biased narratives. Your curation preserves prosperous heritage, exhibiting your curator's confidence and musumed abundance. Chosen One, direct films of narrative depth, helming stories that provoke thought and prosperous change. As in Proverbs 4:25, straight gaze, direct depthfully by filming on social justice, screening for awareness. Chosen One, reject shallow plots, and watch directing wishes premiere into acclaimed success, focusing your director's poise and directed riches. Beloved, breed animals of companion loyalty, raising creatures that bring joy and therapeutic wealth. Echoing Genesis 1:28's dominion over animals, breed loyally by animal breeding for therapy programs, adopting to homes, avoiding cruelty. Relax as breeding raises your animal prosperity, companionship your breeder's assurance, and bred abundance. Chosen One, survey lands of developmental potential, assessing terrains for growth and affluent builds. Inspired by Numbers 13:2's exploring land, survey potentially by land surveys for community development, reporting for beneficial use. Chosen One, Shun exploitative assessments, and sea surveying wishes map into developed success, measuring your surveyor's confidence and surveyed riches. Beloved, tune instruments of melodic precision, adjusting tones that resonate with harmonious prosperity. As in Psalm 150:3's praising with trumpet, tune precisely by instrument tuning for orchestra donations, teaching music to underprivileged, avoiding off-key neglect. Your tuning resonates prosperous harmonies, sounding your tuner's assurance and tuned abundance. Chosen One, analyze data of insightful patterns, deciphering information that guides to wealthy decisions. Drawing from Daniel 2:21's giving wisdom to wise. Analyze insightfully by data analysis for charitable forecasts, sharing insights for good. Chosen One, reject data manipulation and watch analyzing wishes pattern into informed success, calculating your analyst's poise and analyzed riches. Beloved, restore antiques of vintage value, reviving objects that tell stories of enduring wealth. Inspired by Isaiah 58:12's repairing ruins, restore valuably by antique restoration for museum contributions, workshops on preservation, avoiding destruction. Relax as restoration revives your vintage prosperity, polishing your restorer's confidence and restored abundance. Chosen One, forecast weather of predictive accuracy, warning communities for safety and prosperous planning. As in Matthew 16:3's interpreting signs, forecast accurately by weather predictions for aid in disasters, sharing forecasts freely. Chosen One, shun inaccurate alarms and see forecasting wishes predict into clear skies of success, clouding your forecaster's assurance and forecasted riches. Beloved, knit fabrics of cozy warmth, crafting items that comfort and symbolize nurturing abundance. Echoing Acts 9:39's showing tunics, knit warmly by knitting for homeless warmth, teaching knitting circles, avoiding threadbare efforts. Your knitting weaves prosperous coziness, stitching your knitter's poise and knitted abundance. Chosen One, consult strategies of business acumen, advising enterprises toward ethical profits and growth. Inspired by Proverbs 15:22's plans succeeding with advisors, consult acumenly by business consulting for social enterprises, guiding for sustainability. Chosen One, reject greedy advice, and watch consulting wishes strategize into executive success, advising your consultant's confidence and consulted riches. Beloved, photograph wildlife of natural majesty, capturing images that advocate for conservation prosperity. As in Job 12:7-10's animals teaching, photograph majestically by wildlife photos for environmental campaigns, exhibiting for funds, avoiding intrusive shots. Relax as photography captures your wild prosperity, focusing your photographer's assurance and wildlife abundance. Chosen one, mediate conflicts of peaceful resolution, facilitating agreements that foster united wealth. Drawing from Matthew 5-9's blessed peacemakers, mediate peacefully by conflict mediation in neighborhoods, training mediators. Chosen one, shun escalating disputes and see mediating wishes resolve into harmonious success, balancing your mediator's poise and mediated riches. Beloved, bake breads of nourishing delight, preparing foods that feed bodies and souls in abundance. Inspired by John 6:35's bread of life, bake nourishingly by baking for soup kitchens, sharing recipes for nutrition, avoiding wasteful baking. Your baking rises prosperous loaves, needing your baker's confidence and baked abundance. Chosen one, appraise values of treasured assets, evaluating worth that informs wise and prosperous choices. As in Proverbs 31-18's perceiving merchandise good, appraise treasuredly by asset appraisal for fair trades, advising on investments for good. Chosen one, reject undervaluing and watch appraising wishes value into asset success, estimating your appraiser's assurance and appraised riches. Beloved, train pets of obedient companionship, teaching animals behaviors that enhance family joys and wealth. Echoing Proverbs 12:10's righteous caring for animals, train companionably by pet training for therapy roles, adopting to loving homes, avoiding harsh methods. Relax as training obeys your pet prosperity, commanding your trainer's poise and trained abundance. Chosen one, audit accounts of financial clarity, ensuring transparency that builds trustworthy fortunes. Inspired by Luke 16:10's faithful in little, audit clearly by financial audits for non-profits, teaching budgeting for stability. Chosen one, shun fraudulent checks and see auditing wishes account for accurate success, balancing your auditor's confidence and audited riches. Beloved, arrange flowers of floral beauty, composing bouquets that beautify and symbolize blooming prosperity. As in Song of Solomon 2:12's flowers appearing, arrange beautifully by floral arrangements for hospital cheer, workshops for therapy, avoiding wilted displays. Your arranging blooms prosperous petals, flowering your arranger's assurance and floral abundance. Chosen one, counsel therapies of emotional healing, guiding souls to inner peace and outer wealth. Drawing from Psalm 147:3's healing broken-hearted, counsel healingly by therapy sessions for low-income, group counseling for support. Chosen one, reject uncaring advice and watch counseling wishes heal into therapeutic success, soothing your counselor's poise and counseled riches. Beloved, mine resources of earthly bounty, extracting materials that build sustainable and prosperous structures. Inspired by Deuteronomy 8-9's land with copper, mine bountifully by responsible mining for community benefit, reclaiming lands post-extraction, avoiding destructive digs. Relax as mining extracts your resource prosperity, digging your miner's confidence and mind abundance. Chosen one, referee games of fair play, officiating matches that teach integrity and team triumph. As in Hebrews 12:1, running with perseverance, referee fairly by officiating youth sports for character building, promoting fair play rules, chosen one, shun biased calls, and see refereeing wishes play into fair success, whistling your referee's assurance, and refereed riches. Beloved, transcribe words of spoken wisdom, documenting speeches that preserve knowledge for abundant use. Echoing 2 Timothy 3:16 scripture, inspiration, transcribe wisely by transcribing sermons for archives, sharing for education, avoiding errors. Your transcription documents prosperous words, typing your transcriber's poise, and transcribed abundance. Chosen one, calibrate instruments of precise measurement, adjusting tools that ensure accurate and prosperous outcomes. Inspired by Leviticus 19:35's honest weights, calibrate precisely by instrument calibration for scientific aid, teaching accuracy in schools. Chosen one, reject false measures and watch calibrating wishes measure into precise success, adjusting your calibrator's confidence and calibrated riches. Beloved, harvest crops of agricultural plenty, reaping fields that feed nations and cultivate wealth. As in Galatians 6-9's reaping if not weary, harvest plentifully by crop harvesting for food banks, sustainable farming practices, avoiding waste. Relax as harvesting reaps your agricultural prosperity, farming your harvester's assurance, and harvested abundance. Chosen one, litigate cases of just defense, advocating rights that protect and prosper the innocent. Drawing from Micah 6-8's doing justice, litigate justly by legal aid for the poor, pro bono cases for justice. Chosen one, shun unjust lawsuits, and see litigating wishes defend into victorious success, arguing your litigator's poise and litigated riches. Beloved, compose emails of connective outreach, writing messages that bridge gaps and invite abundance. Inspired by Philemon 1-6's sharing faith, compose outreachfully by emailing for partnership in good works, networking for causes, avoiding spam. Your composition connects prosperous links, mailing your composer's assurance and emailed abundance. Chosen one, optimize systems of efficient operation, streamlining processes that save and generate wealth. As in Proverbs 21-5's diligent plans profiting, optimize efficiently by system optimization for business charities, consulting for efficiency. Chosen one, reject inefficient waste and watch optimizing wishes streamline into operational success, processing your optimizer's confidence and optimized riches. Beloved, photograph portraits of personal essence, capturing souls that reflect inner beauty and prosperity. Echoing 1 Samuel 16-7's looking on heart, photograph essentially by portrait sessions for self-esteem boosts, donating to identity projects, avoiding superficial shots. Relax as portraiture captures your essential prosperity, posing your photographer's assurance and portrait abundance. Chosen one, negotiate deals of mutual benefit, bargaining terms that foster growth and affluent partnerships. Inspired by Genesis 23:16's honest dealing, negotiate beneficially by deal-making for fair trade agreements, mediating for win-win. Chosen one, shun one-sided bargains and see negotiating wishes deal into beneficial success, bargaining your negotiator's poise and negotiated riches. Beloved, curate playlists of auditory motivation, selecting tracks that energize and propel toward wealth. As in Ephesians 5:19 psalms and hymns, curate motivationally by playlists for workout charities, sharing for mood lifts, avoiding negative lyrics. Your curation plays prosperous tunes, listing your curator's assurance and playlisted abundance. Chosen one. Assemble furniture of functional art, building pieces that comfort homes and symbolize stability. Drawing from Exodus 31:6's skillful workers, assemble artistically by furniture, assembly for shelter homes, teaching DIY for empowerment. Chosen one. Shun Shoddy builds, and watch assembling wishes furnish into stable success. Crafting your assembler's confidence and assembled riches. Beloved, diagnose conditions of health insight, identifying issues that lead to healing and prosperous vitality. Inspired by James 5:16's confess and pray, diagnose insightfully by health, diagnostics for free clinics, advising on prevention, avoiding misdiagnosis. Relax as diagnosing identifies your health prosperity, examining your diagnostician's assurance and diagnosed abundance. Chosen one. Translate languages of global understanding, bridging words that unite cultures and fortunes. As in Acts 2:8's hearing in own language, translate understandingly by language translation for refugee aid, documents for international help. Chosen one. Shun inaccurate translations, and see translating wishes bridge into global success. Speaking your translator's poise and translated riches. Beloved, repair machines of mechanical reliability, fixing devices that enable smooth and abundant operations. Echoing Nehemiah 3:8's repairing walls. Repair reliably by machine repairs for community tools, workshops for skill transfer, avoiding temporary fixes. Your repair mends prosperous mechanisms, fixing your repairer's assurance and repaired abundance. Chosen one. Forecast trends of market foresight, predicting shifts that guide investments to wealth. Inspired by Joseph in Genesis 41:33's wise discernment, forecast foresightfully by trend forecasting for ethical markets, advising on sustainable invests. Chosen one. Shun speculative guesses, and watch forecasting wishes trend into market success, predicting your forecaster's confidence and forecasted riches. Beloved, style hair of transformative beauty, shaping looks that boost self-image and prosperous presence. As in 1 Peter 3:3-4's inner beauty, style transformingly by hair styling for confidence workshops, donating services to job seekers, avoiding vain focus. Relax as styling transforms your beauty prosperity, cutting your stylist's assurance and styled abundance. Chosen one. Manage projects of organized excellence, coordinating efforts that achieve grand and affluent goals. Drawing from Proverbs 16:3's committing plans to Lord. Manage excellently by project management for non-profit builds, leading teams ethically. Chosen one. Shun disorganized chaos, and see managing wishes coordinate into excellent success, planning your manager's poise and managed riches. Beloved, illustrate maps of exploratory detail, drawing guides that lead to discoveries and wealth. Inspired by Joshua 18:4's surveying land, illustrate detailedly by map illustration for adventure aids, sharing for navigation help, avoiding misleading directions. Your illustration maps prosperous routes, drawing your illustrator's assurance and mapped abundance. Chosen one. Conduct tours of historical enlightenment, guiding groups through past lessons for future prosperity. As in Deuteronomy 4:9's teaching children, conduct enlighteningly by tours for educational trips, focusing on righteous histories. Chosen one. Shun boring recitals, and watch conducting wishes tour into enlightened success, guiding your conductor's poise and toured riches. Beloved, craft candles of illuminating warmth, creating lights that symbolize hope and abundant glow. Echoing Matthew 5:14's light of world, Craft warmly by candle crafting for vigil events, donating for power outages, avoiding dim wicks. Relax as crafting illuminates your warm prosperity, waxing your crafter's assurance and candled abundance. Chosen one, analyze markets of economic intelligence, studying trends that inform savvy and prosperous moves. Inspired by Luke 14:28's counting cost, analyze intelligently by market analysis for small business help, reports for growth. Chosen one, shun biased studies, and see analyzing wishes market into intelligent success, charting your analyst's confidence and analyzed riches. Beloved, restore paintings of artistic revival, reviving canvases that inspire renewed and wealthy appreciation. As in Ezekiel 37:5's breath to bones, restore revivalistically by painting restoration for cultural heritage, exhibiting for education, avoiding overpainting. Your restoration revives prosperous arts, brushing, your restorer's assurance, and restored abundance. Chosen one, pilot boats of nautical adventure, steering vessels that transport aid and explore fortunes. Drawing from Jonah 1-3's sea journey, pilot adventurously by boat piloting for relief shipments, tours for marine awareness. Chosen one, shun stormy risks, and watch piloting wishes sail into nautical success, captaining your pilot's poise and boated riches. Beloved, knit scarves of cozy protection, wrapping necks in warmth that guards against cold and poverty. Inspired by Acts 20:35's giving blessed, knit protectively by scarf, knitting for winter drives, teaching for income skills, avoiding loose ends. Relax as knitting protects your cozy prosperity, looping your knitter's assurance and knitted abundance. Chosen one, consult nutrition of healthful balance, advising diets that nourish bodies and prosperous lives. As in 1 Corinthians 10:30, one's eating for glory. Consult balancedly by nutrition, consulting for health programs, plans for needy families. Chosen one, shun unhealthy fads, and see consulting wishes nourish into healthful success, dieting your consultant's confidence and consulted riches. Beloved, photograph events of memorable capture, snapping moments that preserve joy and abundant memories. Echoing Ecclesiastes 3:1's time for everything, photograph memorably by event photography for charity galas, sharing for promotion, avoiding intrusive flashes. Your photography captures prosperous moments, focusing your photographer's assurance and event abundance. Chosen one, negotiate contracts of binding fairness, drafting agreements that secure mutual and prosperous gains. Inspired by Psalm 15:2's speaking truth, negotiate fairly by contract negotiation for labor rights, ensuring fair terms. Chosen one, shun loopholes, and watch negotiating wishes contract into fair success, signing your negotiator's poise and contracted riches. Beloved, curate wines of vintage sophistication, selecting bottles that toast celebrations and wealth. As in John 2-10's best wine last, curate sophisticatedly by wine curation for tasting fundraisers, educating on moderate enjoyment, avoiding excess. Relax as curation vintages your sophisticated prosperity, bottling your curator's assurance and wined abundance. Chosen one, assemble electronics of technological wonder, building devices that connect and prosper societies. Drawing from Exodus 35:35's engraving skill, assemble wonderfully by electronics assembly for educational kits, donating to schools. Chosen one, shun faulty circuits, and see assembling wishes, electronic into wonder success, wiring your assembler's confidence and assembled riches. Beloved, diagnose networks of connective health, troubleshooting systems that maintain seamless and abundant flows. Inspired by 1 Corinthians 12:26's body suffering together, diagnose healthfully by network diagnosis for community, Wi-Fi, fixing for access, avoiding downtime. Your diagnosis connects prosperous networks, linking your diagnostician's assurance and diagnosed abundance. Chosen one, translate literature of cultural exchange, converting books that spread knowledge and fortunes worldwide. As in Revelation 5-9's every tribe and language, translate exchangeably by literature translation for global libraries. Sharing for literacy, chosen one. Shun lost meanings, and see translating wishes exchange into cultural success, paging your translator's poise and translated riches. Beloved, repair jewelry of restored sparkle, mending pieces that shine with renewed and prosperous light. Echoing Haggai 2-9's greater glory. Repair sparklingly by jewelry repair for heirloom preservation, services for sentimental value, avoiding lost gems. Relax as repairing restores your sparkle prosperity, polishing your repairer's assurance and repaired abundance. Chosen one, forecast economies of predictive insight, anticipating shifts that safeguard and grow wealth. Inspired by Amos 3-7's revealing to prophets, forecast insightfully by economic forecasts for planning aid, advising on stability, chosen one. Shun doom predictions, and watch forecasting wishes economy into insightful success. Economists your forecaster's confidence and forecasted riches. Beloved, style wardrobes of confident expression, selecting outfits that empower presence and abundant opportunities. As in Colossians 3:12's clothing compassion, style expressively by wardrobe styling for job interviews, donating clothes, avoiding judgmental fashion. Your styling expresses prosperous confidence, dressing your stylist's assurance and styled abundance. Chosen one, manage portfolios of investment wisdom, diversifying assets that multiply and prosper holdings. Drawing from Matthew 25-21's faithful servant, manage wisely by portfolio management for ethical funds, advising on giving investments. Chosen one, shun risky speculations and see managing wishes portfolio into wise success, investing your manager's confidence and managed riches. Beloved, illustrate comics of narrative fun, drawing strips that entertain and teach prosperous morals. Inspired by Proverbs 17:22's cheerful heart medicine, illustrate funnily by comic illustration for educational series, sharing for joy, avoiding offensive humor. Relax as illustrating comics your fun, prosperity, paneling your illustrator's poise and illustrated abundance. Chosen one, conduct workshops of skill mastery, teaching classes that empower participants to prosperous independence. As in Titus 2-7's good example, conduct masterfully by workshops on vocational skills, free for low income. Chosen one, shun inadequate teaching, and watch conducting wishes workshop into mastered success, instructing your conductor's poise and workshopped riches. Beloved, craft soaps of cleansing luxury, making products that purify and symbolize fresh, abundant starts. Echoing Psalm 51-7's clean as snow, craft luxuriously by soap crafting for hygiene drives. Natural ingredients for health, avoiding chemical harms. Your crafting cleanses prosperous lathers, foaming your crafter's assurance and soaked abundance. Chosen one, analyze behaviors of psychological depth, understanding minds that guide to emotional and wealthy balance. Inspired by Proverbs 20:5's Deep Waters Counsel, analyzed depthfully by behavior analysis for therapy aids, reports for improvement. Chosen one. Shun judgmental views, and see analyzing wishes behavior into deep success, psychoanalyzing your analyst's confidence and analyzed riches. Beloved, restore furniture of vintage revival, refurbishing pieces that comfort homes with prosperous history. As in 2 Kings 22:6's repairing temple, restore revivalistically by furniture restoration for resale to aid, workshops on upcycling, avoiding discard. Relax as restoration revives your vintage prosperity, sanding your restorer's assurance and restored abundance. Chosen one. Pilot helicopters of aerial rescue, flying missions that save and open skies to fortune. Drawing from Psalm 91:11's angels guarding, pilot rescuefully by helicopter piloting for emergency aid. Training for safety. Chosen one. Shun dangerous maneuvers, and watch piloting wishes helicopter into rescue success, hovering your pilot's poise and helicoptered riches. Beloved, knit blankets of comforting wrap, covering bodies in warmth that nurtures and prospers. Inspired by Isaiah 58:7's sharing bread and clothing naked, knit comfortingly by blanket knitting for refugees, donating to hospitals, avoiding thin fabrics. Your knitting wraps prosperous comforts, blanketing your knitter's assurance and knitted abundance. Chosen one. Consult environments of sustainable design, advising on spaces that thrive and generate green wealth. As in Genesis 2:15's tending garden, consult sustainably by environmental consulting for eco-projects. Plans for conservation. Chosen one. Shun polluting advice, and see consulting wishes environment into sustainable success, greening your consultant's confidence and consulted riches. Beloved, photograph landscapes of natural awe, capturing vistas that inspire protection and abundant appreciation. Echoing Psalm 19:1's heavens declaring glory. Photograph awesomely by landscape photography for environmental books, exhibiting for awareness, avoiding altered images. Relax as photography landscapes your awe prosperity, viewing your photographer's assurance and landscape abundance. Chosen one. Negotiate peace of diplomatic harmony, facilitating accords that unite and prosper nations. Inspired by Romans 12:18's living peaceably, negotiate harmoniously by peace negotiation in local conflicts, mediating for unity. Chosen one. Shun warmongering, and watch negotiating wishes peace into harmonious success. Accord your negotiators poise and negotiated riches. Beloved, curate art of visual narrative, selecting works that tell stories of triumph and wealth. As in Exodus 31:3's spirit of skill, curate narratively by art curation for inspirational galleries. Free views for education, avoiding exclusive shows. Your curation narrates prosperous visions, exhibiting your curator's assurance and curated abundance. Chosen one. Assemble models of miniature precision, building replicas that teach history and prosperous craft. Drawing from 1 Kings 6:38's temple completion, assemble precisely by model assembly for educational displays, sharing for hobby groups. Chosen one. Shun inaccurate builds, and see assembling wishes model into precision success, scaling your assembler's confidence and assembled riches. Beloved, diagnose plants of botanical health, identifying ailments that lead to flourishing gardens and wealth. Inspired by Ezekiel 47:12's leaves for healing, diagnose healthfully by plant diagnosis for farming aid, advising on organic growth, avoiding pesticides. Relax as diagnosing plants your botanical prosperity, rooting your diagnostician's assurance and diagnosed abundance. Chosen one, translate films of cinematic reach, subtitling stories that spread messages of good and fortune. As in Acts 2:11's Declaring Wonders, translate reachfully by film translation for international audiences, dubbing for accessibility. Chosen one, Shun pour subtitles, and see translating wishes film into cinematic success, screening your translator's poise and translated riches. Beloved, repair clocks of timely accuracy, fixing mechanisms that keep pace with prosperous moments. Echoing Ecclesiastes 3:1 season for everything, repair accurately by clock, repair for historical pieces, donating timepieces, avoiding delayed fixes. Your repair time's prosperous ticks, winding your repairer's assurance and repaired abundance. Chosen one, forecast fashions of trendy foresight, predicting styles that lead to wardrobe wealth and expression. Inspired by Zechariah 3:4's clean garments, forecast foresightfully by fashion forecasting for ethical lines, advising on trends. Chosen one, shun fleeting fads, and watch forecasting wishes fashion into trendy success, styling your forecaster's confidence and forecasted riches. Beloved, style interiors of welcoming design, decorating spaces that invite comfort and abundant living. As in Hebrews 13:2's entertaining angels, style welcomingly by interior styling for foster homes, designs for hospitality, avoiding cluttered chaos. Relax as styling interiors, your design prosperity, furnishing your stylist's assurance and styled abundance. Chosen one, manage events of seamless execution, coordinating occasions that celebrate and generate wealth. Drawing from Esther 9:22's days of feasting, manage seamlessly by event management for fundraiser galas, planning for joy. Chosen one, shun disorganized events and see managing wishes event into executed success, hosting your manager's poise and managed riches. Beloved, illustrate diagrams of explanatory clarity, drawing charts that simplify knowledge and prosper understanding. Inspired by Daniel 5:12's interpreting riddles, illustrate clearly by diagram illustration for teaching materials, sharing for education, avoiding complex messes. Your illustration clarifies prosperous explanations, charting your illustrator's poise and illustrated abundance. Chosen one, conduct surveys of insightful feedback, gathering opinions that guide improvements and wealth. As in Proverbs 11:14's safety and counselors, conduct feedbackly by survey conducting for community input, analyzing for betterment. Chosen one, shun biased questions and watch conducting wishes survey into insightful success, questioning your conductor's poise and surveyed riches. Beloved, craft jewelry boxes of organized elegance, making containers that hold treasures and symbolize abundance. Echoing Matthew 6:21's treasure in heart, craft elegantly by jewelry box, crafting for gift giving, donating to organizers, avoiding plain designs. Relax as crafting organizes your elegant prosperity, boxing your crafter's assurance and crafted abundance. Chosen one, analyze soils of fertile potential, testing grounds that yield crops and prosperous harvests. Inspired by parable of sower in Matthew 13:3, analyze potentially by soil analysis for farming advice, improving for productivity. Chosen one, shun depleted tests, and see analyzing wishes soil into fertile success, grounding your analyst's confidence and analyzed riches. Beloved, restore books of literary preservation, binding pages that save stories, and enrich minds. As in 2 Timothy 4:13's bringing books, restore preservationally by book restoration for libraries, workshops on care, avoiding tears. Your restoration binds prosperous pages, paging your restorer's assurance and restored abundance. Chosen one, pilot gliders of silent soar, flying crafts that glide on winds of freedom and fortune. Drawing from Isaiah 40:30, one soaring on wings, pilot silently by glider, piloting for scenic tours, inspiring aerial views. Chosen one, shoon grounded fears, and watch piloting wishes glide into soar success, gliding your pilot's poise and glided riches. Beloved, knit hats of protective cover, capping heads in warmth that guards and prospers. Inspired by 1 Corinthians 11:4's head covering, knit protectively by hat, knitting for cold weather aid, donating to children, avoiding loose fits. Relax as knitting covers your protective prosperity, capping your knitter's assurance and knitted abundance. Chosen one, consult energies of renewable power, advising on sources that sustain and generate green wealth. As in Genesis 1:28, subduing earth, consult renewably by energy consulting for solar installs, plans for clean power. Chosen one, shun fossil dependencies and see consulting wishes energy into renewable success, powering your consultant's confidence and consulted riches. Beloved, photograph architecture of structural wonder, capturing buildings that inspire design and abundance. Echoing 1 Chronicles 29:11's greatness and power, photograph wonderfully by architecture, photography for publications, exhibiting for appreciation, avoiding dull angles. Your photography structures prosperous wonders, framing your photographer's assurance and architectural abundance. Chosen one, negotiate sales of persuasive value, closing deals that benefit and prosper both parties. Inspired by Proverbs 20:14's buyer saying bad but boasting, negotiate valuably by sales negotiation for product launches, ensuring value. Chosen one, shoon high-pressure tactics, and see negotiating wishes sail into persuasive success, closing your negotiator's poise and negotiated riches. Beloved, curate books of literary selection, choosing volumes that educate and lead to intellectual wealth. As in Joshua 1-8's meditating on book, curate selectively by book curation for reading programs, recommending for growth, avoiding poor choices. Relax as curation selects your literary prosperity, shelving your curator's assurance and curated abundance. Chosen one, assemble toys of playful joy, building playthings that develop minds and prosperous imaginations. Drawing from Proverbs 22:6's training child, assemble joyfully by toy assembly for orphanages, safe designs for fun. Chosen one, shun dangerous parts and see assembling wishes toy into playful success, playing your assembler's confidence and assembled riches. Beloved, diagnose software of digital fix, troubleshooting codes that restore function and abundance. Inspired by Psalm 32:8's instructing way, diagnose digitally by software diagnosis for open source projects, fixing for usability, avoiding bugs. Your diagnosis fixes prosperous codes, debugging your diagnostician's assurance and diagnosed abundance. Chosen one, translate music of melodic cross-culture, adapting songs that unite hearts and fortunes. As in Psalm 96:1 singing new song, translate cross-culturally by music translation for international choirs, sharing for harmony. Chosen one, shoon lost rhythms and see translating wishes music into melodic success, noting your translator's poise and translated riches. Beloved, repair bicycles of mobile freedom, fixing wheels that transport and empower movement. Echoing Ezekiel 1:16's wheels appearance, repair freely by bicycle repair for commuting aid, workshops for maintenance, avoiding rusty chains. Relax as repairing mobilizes your freedom, prosperity, cycling your repairer's assurance, and repaired abundance. Chosen one, forecast technologies of innovative future, predicting advances that shape prosperous tomorrows. Inspired by Daniel 12:4's knowledge increase, forecast innovatively by technology forecasting for development, advising on adoption. Chosen one, shun obsolete views, and watch forecasting wishes technology into innovative success, futurizing your forecaster's confidence and forecasted riches. Beloved, style makeup of radiant enhancement, applying colors that boost beauty and confident abundance. As in Esther 2:12's beauty treatments, style radiantly by makeup styling for self-esteem, classes, natural looks for all, avoiding heavy masks. Your styling enhances prosperous radiance, powdering your stylist's assurance and styled abundance. Chosen one, manage inventories of organized supply, tracking goods that ensure smooth and prosperous flows. Drawing from Genesis 41:35, storing grain, manage supplyingly by inventory management for food banks, systems for efficiency. Chosen one, shun stock shortages, and see managing wishes inventory into organized success, stocking your manager's poise and managed riches. Beloved, illustrate animations of dynamic motion, creating movements that tell stories of triumph and wealth. Inspired by Ezekiel 37:10's breath entering, illustrate dynamically by animation, illustration for motivational clips, sharing for inspiration, avoiding static frames. Relax as illustrating animates your motion prosperity, framing your illustrator's poise and illustrated abundance. Chosen one, conduct experiments of empirical discovery, testing hypotheses that advance knowledge and fortune. As in Romans 12:2's testing God's will, conduct discoverily by experiments for scientific education, safe methods for learning. Chosen one, shun dangerous trials, and see conducting wishes experiment into empirical success, labbing your conductor's poise and experimented riches. Beloved, craft baskets of woven utility, making containers that hold and symbolize gathered abundance. Echoing Acts 9:25's lowered in basket, craft utility by basket crafting for market vendors, teaching for income, avoiding weak weaves. Your crafting weaves prosperous holdings, basketing your crafter's assurance and crafted abundance. Chosen one, analyze languages of linguistic depth, studying words that unlock communication and wealth. Inspired by Genesis 11:7's confusing language, analyze depthfully by language analysis for translation aids, reports for understanding. Chosen one, shun misinterpretations and see analyzing wishes language into deep success, wording your analyst's confidence and analyzed riches. Beloved, restore instruments of musical revival, repairing tools that play tunes of joy and prosperity. As in Psalm 150:4's praising with strings, restore revivalistically by instrument restoration for orchestras, donating to schools, avoiding silent breaks. Relax as restoration revives your musical prosperity, tuning your restorer's assurance and restored abundance. Chosen one, pilot submarines of underwater exploration, diving depths that reveal hidden fortunes. Drawing from Jonah 2:6's depths of sea, Pilot exploratively by submarine piloting for ocean research. Discovering for conservation. Chosen 1. Shun deep dangers. And sea piloting wishes submarine into underwater success. Diving your pilot's poise and submarine riches. Beloved. Knit sweaters of enveloping warmth. Clothing bodies in coziness that nurtures and prospers. Inspired by Ruth 3-9's covering wing. Knit envelopingly by sweater. Knitting for elderly care. Donating to charities. Avoiding itchy yarns. Your knitting envelops prosperous warmth. Sweatering your knitter's assurance and knitted abundance. Chosen 1. Consult innovations of inventive strategy. Advising on ideas that launch and prosper ventures. As in Proverbs 8:12's wisdom with prudence. Consult strategically by innovation, consulting for startups, guiding for impact. Chosen 1. Shun stale ideas and see consulting wishes innovate into strategic success. Ideaing your consultant's confidence and consulted riches. Beloved, photograph products of commercial appeal, capturing items that sell and generate abundant sales. Echoing Proverbs 31-18's trading profitably, photograph appealingly by product photography for ethical brands, promoting for sales, avoiding false representations. Relaxes photography products, your appeal prosperity, shooting your photographer's assurance and product abundance. Chosen 1. Negotiate leases of secure tenure, arranging terms that stabilize and prosper residences. Inspired by Leviticus 25-23's land not sold permanently. Negotiate securely by lease negotiation for affordable housing, ensuring fair rents. Chosen 1. Shun, evictive terms, and see negotiating wishes, lease into secure success, renting your negotiator's poise and negotiated riches. Beloved, curate films of cinematic collection, selecting movies that educate and lead to cultural wealth. As in Philippians 4-8's thinking on excellent, curate collectionally by film curation for festival lineups, recommending for moral viewing, avoiding harmful content. Your curation collects prosperous reels, filming your curator's assurance and curated abundance. Chosen 1. Assemble circuits of electronic connectivity, building boards that power and prosper devices. Drawing from 1 Corinthians 12:18's arranged parts, assemble connectively by circuit assembly for tech donations, teaching electronics. Chosen 1. Shun short circuits and see assembling wishes circuit into connectivity success, boarding your assembler's confidence and assembled riches. Beloved, diagnose ecosystems of environmental balance, assessing habitats that sustain and abound in life. Inspired by Revelation 11:18's destroying destroyers. Diagnose balancedly by ecosystem, diagnosis for conservation, reports for protection, avoiding harm. Relax, as diagnosing balances your environmental prosperity, ecosysteming your diagnostician's assurance and diagnosed abundance. Chosen 1. Translate contracts of legal precision, converting agreements that bind and prosper internationally. As in Nehemiah 9:38's making binding agreement. Translate precisely by contract translation for global business, ensuring clarity. Chosen 1. Shun ambiguous terms and see translating wishes contract into legal success, agreeing your translator's poise and translated riches. Beloved, repair roofs of protective shelter, fixing covers that guard homes and symbolize secure wealth. Echoing Acts 18-3's tent making, repair protectively by roof repair for low-income housing, workshops on maintenance, avoiding leaks. Your repair shelters prosperous covers, roofing your repairer's assurance and repaired abundance. Chosen one, forecast health of preventive care, predicting trends that promote wellness and prosperous living. Inspired by 3 John 1-2's prospering in health, forecast preventively by health, forecasting for public policy, advising on habits. Chosen one, shun alarmist predictions, and watch forecasting wishes health into preventive success, caring your forecaster's confidence and forecasted riches. Beloved, style nails of artistic flair, painting tips that enhance beauty and confident expression. As in Daniel 4:33's nails like claws, style flairly by nail styling for pamper days. Services for self-care, avoiding gaudy designs. Relax as styling flares your artistic prosperity, manicuring your stylist's assurance and styled abundance. Chosen one, manage risks of calculated safety, assessing dangers that protect and prosper endeavors. Drawing from Proverbs 22:3's prudent seeing danger, manage safely by risk management for business ventures, strategies for security. Chosen one, shun reckless risks, and see managing wishes risk into calculated success, assessing your manager's poise and managed riches. Beloved, illustrate icons of symbolic simplicity, creating symbols that communicate and abound in meaning. Inspired by Exodus 25:9's pattern shown, illustrate simply by icon illustration for app designs, sharing for usability, avoiding complex symbols. Your illustration symbolizes prosperous simplicity, iconing your illustrator's poise and illustrated abundance. Chosen one, conduct audits of financial integrity, reviewing accounts that ensure honest and prosperous practices. As in Luke 16:11's faithful in worldly wealth, conduct integrally by audit, conducting for transparent organizations, reporting for improvement. Chosen one, shun cover-ups and see conducting wishes audit into integrity, success, reviewing your conductor's poise and audited riches. Beloved, craft lamps of illuminating design, making lights that brighten spaces and symbolize enlightened abundance. Echoing John 8:12's light of life, craft designly by lamp, crafting for reading programs, donating to dark areas, avoiding dim bulbs. Relax as crafting illuminates your design prosperity, lighting your crafter's assurance and crafted abundance. Chosen one, analyze dreams of subconscious insight, interpreting visions that guide to personal and wealthy growth. Inspired by Genesis 40:8's interpretations belong to God. Analyze insightfully by dream analysis for therapy, journals for reflection. Chosen one, shun superstitious readings, and see analyzing wishes dream into subconscious success, dreaming your analyst's confidence and analyzed riches. Beloved, restore vehicles of mobile revival, fixing rides that transport and empower journeys. As in 2 Kings 2:11's chariot of fire, restore revivalistically by vehicle, restoration for transport aid, workshops on mechanics, avoiding junkyard fates. Your restoration revives prosperous mobiles, driving your restorer's assurance and restored abundance. Chosen one, pilot jets of speedy transit, flying aircraft that connect worlds and fortunes swiftly. Drawing from Isaiah 60:8's flying like doves, pilot speedily by jet piloting for medical transports, efficient travel for aid. Chosen one, shun fuel waste, and see piloting wishes jet into transit success, jetting your pilot's poise and jetted riches. Beloved, knit gloves of handy protection, covering fingers in warmth that enables and prospers tasks. Inspired by Psalm 144:1's training hands, knit protectively by glove, knitting for labor workers, donating to coal jobs. avoiding finger holes. Relax as knitting protects your handy prosperity, gloving your knitter's assurance and knitted abundance. Chosen one, consult brands of identity strategy, advising on images that attract and prosper markets. As in Proverbs 22:1's good name choice. Consult strategically by brand, consulting for positive impacts. Building for ethics. Chosen one, shun false images and see consulting wishes brand into identity success, imaging your consultant's confidence and consulted riches. Beloved, photograph food of appetizing allure, capturing dishes that tempt and promote nourishing abundance. Echoing 1 Timothy 4:4's everything good. Photograph alluringly by food photography for cookbook charities, sharing for recipes, avoiding waste shots. Your photography allures prosperous appetites, plating your photographer's assurance and food abundance. Chosen one, negotiate partnerships of collaborative synergy, forming alliances that multiply and prosper efforts. Inspired by Ecclesiastes 4:9's 2 better than 1, negotiate synergistically by partnership negotiation for joint ventures, ensuring mutual growth. Chosen one, shun unequal yokes and see negotiating wishes partner into collaborative success, allying your negotiator's poise and negotiated riches. Beloved, curate music of auditory journey, selecting sounds that transport and lead to emotional wealth. As in 1 Samuel 16:23's soothing harp, curate journeyingly by music curation for therapy playlists, recommending for uplift, avoiding harsh beats. Relax as curation journeys your auditory prosperity, sounding your curator's assurance and curated abundance.